Police officers are sworn to protect and serve. They're someone to call in a time of need, except our 11 Investigates team found there is a systemic issue in departments that's resulting in more problems. Tonight is part 2 of a story that we first brought you on Super Bowl night, looking into police officers forced to jump departments because of bad behavior. Investigative reporter Kaylee Marintet has more on why this could be happening.
In part 1, we told you about the numbers. Nearly 400 officers who were forced out of departments since 2021 now have new jobs with new police departments. Except we also found another problem, something the Ohio Attorney General is calling a crisis.
Communities are literally having shifts where they don't have enough officers on the street to respond.
Everyone deserves a second chance. That's the saying. Except does that still apply when the second chance is given to someone with a gun and a badge? It's arguably one of the hardest jobs in America.
You're holding people's, liberty and life at some point in your hands.
And some of those hands are tied in departments, trying to fully fill a force. 11 Investigates has been looking into the backgrounds of hundreds of officers in the state in Northwest Ohio, finding multiple officers that left their job while under investigation. Keith Hurst, a former Toledo police detective, records show he was disciplined in May of 2023 and put on leave for unholstering his weapon by his side and threatening to shoot a fellow officer in the knee. Just 5 months later, he resigned during disciplinary proceedings. The resignation is dated October 24th, 2023, except his first day at Woodville Police Department was October 16th, 2023, meaning he hopped to Woodville before the investigation into him at TPD was resolved. Woodville police officials told us when asked about Hurst that, quote, "I will confirm that hiring, having a very low number of applicants, quality of applicants, and retention of employees is an ongoing problem we're seeing across the state," end quote.
There's not a lot of people wanting to go into this profession at this time.
A problem Metro Parks Chief Brad Navarre is feeling.
In 2000, over 900 people applied to be a ranger.
And Oregon Police Chief Brandon Vegan.
We were at about 55 9 years ago. Our most current civil service list is 11 people.
While department chiefs say they haven't had to lower standards, Chief Began did say the department has 2 openings because the 11 applicants couldn't pass the physical test or didn't meet their expectations. Some departments are having to overlook flaws. It's a local level issue recognized at the state level by Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost.
10 years, 20 years ago, when we had thousands of people applying for jobs, they might not have accepted those folks. But today, you've got to cover the shift.
Those with the Village of Swan say they've had to work harder to get recruits.
Filling the positions has not been a huge challenge, to be honest. We get applicants. We also did pay increases for that reason because we had to be competitive.
And they face the problem of being, well, small.
A lot of reasons why they also leave is they want to grow. They want to become a part of a SWAT team, or they want to become a lieutenant or a sergeant, which those positions here are limited.
Just like any department, Swan Police will do a full background check before letting an officer on board. Criminal searches, drug screens, psych evaluations, physical tests, all the works. A 12-person department that, again, raised a red flag.
Were you aware of the Fulton County investigation against him?
Yes, we were aware of that.
John Trejo, a then Fulton County Sheriff's deputy for more than 20 years, accused of choking and beating his wife, then resigning just a week later, then joining Swan's force.
There were no charges pressed, because if there were charges pressed, he would not even be able to be in law enforcement to this day. Plain and simple.
Taken on by Swan to later be named as chief.
It's his personal life that has no effect on his career and the leader that he is now.
Swanton Administrator Shannon Schulter said the village did their own internal investigation. Chief Trejo was advised by village officials to not speak with us. Through the hundreds of records, 11 Investigates found second, third, and fourth chances for officers. So when does it become one too many?
You can see, when people, on their resume, how many departments they worked for, and you kind of look at that and say, well, I wonder why they're jumping all over the place.
I think it is getting tougher and tougher for all agencies of all sizes.
There is one more part of this story we still have to tell, the what's next portion. How does the problem get fixed? That's coming up next week. In studio, Kaylee Marentet, WTOL 11.